Let's start with number 1. We have x to the 2nd power, all of that raised to the 5th power. So all that's going to be is what? 2 times 5, which would be x to the 10th. Okay, good. Number 2, let's add another variable. CD to the 2nd power, raise the whole thing to the 3rd power. Now remember, if it doesn't have an exponent, what exponent is there?
1.
1.
So you gotta multiply everything, all the exponents by 3.
I agree. Alright, so we have C to the 1 times 3 power and D to the 2 times 3 power, which is going to give us what?
C3, D6.
D to the 6. Alright, so we have that much. Alright, let's add some coefficients. Yes, you read my mind. Alright, so let's look at number 7. It is negative 2, a to the 4th, b to the 6th, to the 2nd power. Alright, so everything in that parentheses is going to be taken to the 2nd power. Be careful with that negative 2, because if you don't do it right, it will not give you the right answer.
Is that b to the 6th?
It is. Means that if you don't do it negative 2 times negative 2, then you will get a negative 4, and that's not good. Alright, so I have negative 2 to the 2nd power, a to the 4 times 2, and b to the 6 times 2, which gives me
4,
a to the 8th,
B to the 12th.
b to the 12th.
Wait, how did that be negative 4?
No.
Okay, it's
Negative 2 times negative 2. So they cancel. 1 negative wins, 2 negatives knock each other out.
The 2 exponents said you gotta multiply negative 2
Oh,
by
you never
negative 2.
calculator, you have to put parentheses.
Wait, Miss Waller, so if the coefficient's inside the parentheses, you
Yes,
multiply it by the exponent?
Yes, you raise the coefficient to the outer exponent if it's in the parentheses. If it is not in the parentheses, then you just rock on. But that one was in the parentheses with an exponent on the outside, so you need to raise it. Okay, let's go down to number 11.
It's gone.
This is all on page 4, by the way, in case you're trying to follow along with my chicken scratch.
Is it going to be always positive?
Define always positive.
Like,
Just plug it into
you
your
didn't-
calculator.
You didn't do you didn't do the negative 4.
It's because negative 2 squared
It's negative 2 times negative 2.
is negative 2 times negative 2,
That would be
which would be positive 4.
If you had it, negative 2 cubed, it'd be
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
Now, don't forget about all that. Okay, back to where we were. Alright, now, I'm making you break these down for me right now. I know that you don't have to break them down this simplistically, but it helps me to kind of make sure we're doing the right thing. Same thing here, Jake. Negative 2 in parentheses squared times a to the 1 times 2 power times b to the 2 times 2 power. Now, we've taken care of that parentheses. That's everything that's in here. We've now brought down here. Now, we've got to take care of the other parentheses. So, I have 3 squared, a to the 2 times 2 power, and b to the 1 times 2 power. Everybody follow me so far? We're going to have to multiply these out, and then we're going to have to stick them back together. So, it's going to be a several part process. Alright, we've already established that negative 2 squared is what? 4. I'm not going to put them together yet, so bear with me. This is all multiplication. It is all commutative, so we don't necessarily have to have anything in any certain order right now. Alright, so this a becomes a to the 1 times 2 power is a squared. B to the 2 times 2, b to the 4th. Okay, so now on to the next one. 3 squared, 9. A to the fourth, B to the second. Yes, don't tell me that's 3 because it's not. That's multiplication. Now, this is multiplication. So what are we going to do to our exponents? Try again. Thank you. Now we are to multiplication. So this is keep the base and add exponents. Okay, this is what we did yesterday. Keep the base, add the exponents. Obviously, the 9 and 4 are going to multiply together and give me what? 36. Okay, I have a squared times a to the 4th, which gives me
A 6 power.
a to the 6. We added those together. That's a to the 2 plus 4. You only multiply when it passes through that parentheses. Now we're back to adding. All right, next, B's.
B to the 4th power plus 2, you get B6. Could have just said B6.
And that is your answer. That's a lot of work. Now, do I expect you to do all of this right here? That you don't have to, as long as you know what you're doing. But you need to make sure that you don't let this step here collide with this step right here, because this is addition at the bottom. Above it is multiplication. All right, any questions about powers? Okay, dividing monomials. So now we're using division. We're using the quotient rule. And we're going to take x to the 5th power divided by x to the 3rd power. That's really easy. That is equal to x to the what? 5 minus 3, which is, yes, x squared. Okay. Easy enough. All right. Now, here's something that people really love to do that just annoys me beyond belief. They want to cancel out the x's. That's not how you use the quotient rule. The quotient rule is keep the base.
So it's kind of like 1 divided by 1, you get 1.
Yes, well, that's what happens. People lose the exponent and then have no idea why they've lost it. Keep the base, subtract the exponents. You cannot use it correctly and cancel out your x's. They have to stay. All right, so let's look at number 5, and let's talk about some with numbers. And I'm on page 8, in case anyone's following along. All right, so I have 6x to the 4th power divided by 2x to the 3rd. All right, divide coefficients. So step 1, we take care of numbers when?
Step 2.
First.
Oh, sorry.
No, we take care of numbers first. So we can almost, basically, what we can do is we can break this into its own little part and work that separately. All right, so what is 6 divided by 2? 3. All right, so that equals 3. And then I have x to the 4 minus 3 power. Now I have to take care of that, of the exponents using the quotient rule, and that would give me what?
3x.
3x, because it's 1 to the 1st power, and I can drop that 1st power because we're big girls and boys and we know better than that.
First power means
Okay, let's look at number 10. And now we're going to have things that do not nicely and neatly reduce. Oh, whoops. X 9, y to the 9th, y to the 5th. Yes. Okay. All right. So this is where the divide the coefficients, take care of your numbers first, break it off separately, comes in very handy. Because what we're going to do here is we're going to take care of this first. And newsflash, it is not going to divide evenly. But it does do what? Reduce. So what? 2 over 3. Okay, it's going to reduce by 18. Is that right? Okay. So that's going to give you 2 over 3. I'm just going to leave that out there to the side. I'm not going to do anything else with it. All right, so x. What do I get when I subtract 9 minus 3? to the 6. Y to the 5 minus 2, which is 3. This can stay like this. And that's your answer. You can also write it like this. Either one of those answers is acceptable. Be quiet. Either one of those answers is acceptable.
It's like 1 over 10 can be like treated to a decimal.
Okay. All right, now we have to put it all together. So let's look at number 12.
I see.
Oh, you see, yes. Now they're going to stick the power rule in with okay. I'm going to stick the power rule in with the quotient rule.
This isn't that bad.
No, it's not too terribly bad. All right, I'm going to do the top one in a different color so we can see it. Okay, so the top I have of my fraction, I'm going to have 2 to the what power?
You have 2.
Third, good.
2 thirds.
A to the
3 times 2.
2 times 3, good. And B to the 4 times 3. Okay, so that's the top. All right, on the bottom, I don't have anything going on yet, but I will in just a moment. All right, so what do I get for the top number? Okay. And we have 4, A to the 3rd, B to the 7th. So now we've taken care of the powers. Now the quotient rule kicks in, where we're going to divide numbers, take care of your numbers first, and then subtract your exponents. So what is your I'm going to write the final answer up here.
I got
2,
2 A to the 3rd power, B to the 5th power.
B to the 5th, good. 8 divided by 4 is 2, A to the 6 minus 3 power is 3, and B to the 12 minus 7 power is 5. Any questions on this?